At the University of Utah, everyone is able to achieve their education or succeed in their employment based upon their qualifications. As a supervisor at the university, you have a responsibility not only to ensure the work of your team, but also to ensure a safe space free from discrimination, harassment, and sexual misconduct. Prohibited discrimination is the unfair treatment of an individual or group of people based on race, ethnicity, color, national origin, age, religion, disability, veteran status, sex, sexual orientation, gender identity, gender expression, or genetic information. Discrimination can be subjecting someone to an adverse employment action on the basis of a protected category. It could also be discriminatory harassment, which can take many forms, including off-color jokes, touching, sexually suggestive pictures and objects, slurs or epithets, ridicule or mockery, name-calling, sabotaging work, hostile physical contact, etc. One of the best ways to prevent discrimination, harassment, and sexual misconduct is to set clear expectations about behavior. Set expectations individually with each employee during performance conversations, and also as a group during meetings. The Office of Equal Opportunity is available to provide training on discrimination policies upon request. Review the Code of Conduct for the university and your department. You should also review these standards periodically with your employees. Encourage your employees to maintain high standards of workplace conduct. As a supervisor, you have a responsibility to take immediate and appropriate action to end and to prevent future occurrences of discrimination, harassment, and sexual misconduct in your team when you witness or have been informed of its occurrence. If you witness discrimination, harassment, or sexual misconduct, step in immediately if it is safe to do so and stop the behavior. It is important that you support employees who come to you with concerns about discrimination, harassment, or sexual misconduct. You also need to inform employees of the complaint process offered by OEO. Talking with an employee about their behavior can often resolve discrimination, harassment, or sexual misconduct issues. Here are some tips for talking with employees about their behavior. State the behavior that you saw or was brought to your attention. State how the behavior is problematic. Remind your employee that discriminatory behavior is against university policy. Tell the employee to stop this behavior. If you have not witnessed the behavior and cannot confirm whether the behavior occurred, you can still tell the employee not to engage in this behavior moving forward. Talk about the consequences of engaging in discrimination. Remind the employee that retaliation is prohibited. They are not to participate in any behavior to punish the person who came forward with a concern. Discourage them from talking with the employee who came forward about the concern, as it may be considered intimidation. It may also be appropriate to issue a memo of expectation or engage in other corrective action with the employee. Once informed of a known or possible incident of discrimination, a supervisor should immediately inform OEO. If the incident is one of sexual misconduct, behavior of a sexual nature that is unwanted or unwelcome, supervisors must report the incident to OEO. Retaliation is any action punishing a person for coming forward with a concern or a complaint or participating in an OEO investigation. Employees are not to retaliate against each other for coming forward with concerns or complaints. As a supervisor, you also must not engage in retaliation, including demoting employees, reassigning an employee, disciplining an employee for coming forward, or terminating an employee because they raised a concern or complaint about discrimination. This includes using other people or using social media to intimidate or harass others for having opposed discriminatory conduct. OEO, along with campus and hospital HR, can provide guidance and support in addressing discrimination issues. If you are ever unsure what actions to take, reach out to your HR manager or OEO directly for guidance.